about our next item, but I will tell you right now, this has become a tradition every year with Jeffrey. You know, Jeffrey's beautiful designs that he brings to us, bedding, everything that he does is so wonderful. His collectibles. Well, he's created an amazing little product for us, and this is our penguin jar. It's actually a penguin, big penguin, and a little baby penguin to go along with it. This is a hand-painted, fully glazed piece, and a great way to start your collection. It's brand new for this holiday. It comes along with a delicious shortbread, 55% butter, shortbread cookies come along with it. It's on FlexPay, $13.32. And let's have Jeffrey come out. I'm going to have Jeffrey come out and Carrie. Come on out, you guys. Happy holidays to both of you.
Deck the halls.
How are you? Good to see you, my friend. And you know, when I see these, this is the kind of stuff that gets me in the mood for holidays, is having things like this, being able to put things like this out. Because it's so funny. Yeah, Halloween is kind of sad because it doesn't last as long. Like, I get Christmas going pretty much right after Halloween. Second week in November, I'm starting to put all my stuff out. This is a collectible that you can put out, and you put a lot of effort into doing these jars for us.
We certainly do. We certainly do. I mean, I want all of my jars to be realistic.
Yes.
I don't like them when they're cartoony.
Right.
I want them to really have that feeling of being captured alive,
yes,
as it were. And so we put a lot of effort into this. I drive the people at David's Cookies crazy because I said, no, his eye needs to be this way.
Every detail.
Every detail is really, really important to me. Of course, each one is painted by hand. They're hand glazed inside and out, which means that they're safe. Anything you put inside is great.
Right.
Because we know that these cookies are not going to last that long.
No, these shortbread cookies.
Because these cookies are unbelievable. I mean, if you love Scottish shortbread cookies, you're going to die over these.
Oh, my gosh.
These are 53% butter. They're made in Scotland. This is the only product that David's does that's not made in their factories in America.
Yep.
They're made traditionally in Scotland. They are so buttery. They are so yummy. And the thing about them is, you only need to have like one.
It's
you know, it's not one of those things where you're going to sit and eat the whole. One with a cup of coffee, with a cup of tea, with a cup of hot chocolate. Yep. That's all you need.
That comes along with your beautiful holiday jar, as we said, and this has all been designed by Jeffrey. It's all the way it's sculpted, the way it's glazed, the way it's fired. It's a huge process that it goes through. And if you look at the beautiful details of each jar, you'll see it's got stamped David's cookies, Jeffrey Banks on the bottom. The good part is we do have them available. The sad part is we don't have many. I have 460 of these to go around for everybody in the country. The FlexPay is only good for today, so if you want to get them home for $13.32, now's the time to do them. I always like this. This is a great way to get your collection started.
Right.
You know?
Right. And I think about people who collect them. For example, this is our HSN ornament this year.
I love yours.
This is our teddy bear. And look, he matches the penguin, you know? So I know that people love to collect these things. If you've had some of my other cookie jars, you know that they go with ornaments, they go with different things that we've done in the past. I think it's, I think it's really kind of cool.
Yeah, and you can, what I like too is it's tradition. You can bring it out every year.
Bring it out every year. And of course, something like this, you can keep out all winter long.
Of course,
it's not just
right.
for
It's not definitely just holiday, it's winter. So wherever you celebrate winter, you can keep it out. Centerpiece at a dining room table would be wonderful. You can put it in an entryway. You can put it up on the mantle, anywhere, a little side table. It's so much fun. And the nice thing is that, as Jeffrey had said, you've got a silicone seal up here at the top. So when you put that lid on, you know that nothing's going to get inside, nothing's is going to get outside of it. That's fantastic. So bugs, little things like that, you're good to go.
From dog
little doggy biscuits.
To your cookies, you want to make sure you can get it nice and clean.
I love putting the remote because I'm always misplacing the remote.
Change, coins, whatever it is.
Coins, your keys. Carrie, talk about the cookies. Talk about what David does
as I
with
snatch
the
one from...
So I know you snuck in there. You know what is so great about these is these are made in Scotland, and the reason why we go to Scotland to get these made is because there is no shortbread cookie in the entire country that you're going to get that is going to taste as melt in your mouth delicious as these shortbreads. I promise you, you have never had a shortbread like this until you have tried our David shortbreads, which you're getting 8 cookies that are coming packed in a separate box. So you'll have the jar, and then you'll have the separate box of cookies. So if you want to keep the cookies for yourself and then gift the jar, you can. You can do that. And these are my favorite. I always keep these around because, again, as Jeffrey was saying, one is enough. It is so perfectly delicious.
It's so rich.
Yeah.
It's so rich that you don't have to eat a lot.
You know what I love about these cookies too? When you put it in your mouth, you taste it before you even taste it. And it's got that butter aroma that goes, it's so amazing.
I even feel it on my fingers when I'm done, that butter, because you know, and there's nothing like an amazingly done cookie where it's just that right amount of that shortbread that's going to not dry you out. It's gonna have that nice melt in your mouth taste, and I love that. And then with the jar, I just wanna throw out lots of ways you can use this jar. Maybe you're starting a collection and you're making it special and you're adding to your Jeffrey Banks collection. Maybe you're just saying, you know what? This sounds like a great idea. Every year, maybe this is where you keep the gift cards. Maybe every year, this is where you keep special gifts that everyone runs over to in the morning. You know, maybe this is what you keep on your table for when people come to eat, because this can go in curio cabinets, shelving. It can go right on your dining room table, your kitchen. There you go.
We put a gift card.
Such a good idea.
We put jelly beans in there.
Yeah.
Look how great that is.
You know, maybe this is where you put your potpourri. Maybe this is where you put your cookies. Maybe this is where you put your remote, as Jeffrey said. This is very tall, so I love hiding like pens and little like papers in here, because if you're on the phone, it's always nice to know where you can find that, because I can never find a pen.
You could put chocolate kisses in there. You can do whatever it is that you want, things that are special. But remember, Jeffrey only does this one time a year. This is it, and we have 400 left. With everybody online, I actually have about 300 of these remaining. I love the detail Jeffrey does too, just like with anything else he designs. He doesn't leave out any of the little small details. The scarf with the little reindeer and the snowflakes on it. The fact that the little baby penguin has his own little, he's got a little green wool hat on.
He's got a little wool hat on.
Yeah.
Mama has her scarf, and baby penguin, he's got his little hat on.
And remember, no 2 of these are going to be the same, because as Jeffrey
they're all hand painted. They're all, every one is slightly different. They're artisanal. They're handmade. That's what people love about these cookie jars.
Yeah, you can even see when you look at them. You can see sometimes catch little brush strokes where you see how these are done, how they're made. When you go over to the hat on top of the little penguin, you'll see how textured it is. So you know this was actually molded. Somebody made this. You can sense that the handheld finishes that go on to this piece.
And this area as well, like you can kind of see how the brush strokes are kind of, you know, and I always want you to think, like, when gift giving, when trying to get ideas for things that are special in the home, when you want rarity, you want things that are handmade.
Right.
Because things that are hand done, hand painted, that means there's no 2 alike, and that means that people can't go just anywhere and purchase them.
No.
So you know you have something special, and you know you're gifting something special. With us only having like 500 of these, that means once we're done, we're done. Jeffrey changes his designs. He changes everything from year to year.
We don't bring back the mold. We start afresh every year, you know, and this makes what you give someone extra special, because you know there aren't thousands of them out there.
And you look forward every year to pulling it out, and you're like, oh, the penguin thing, I love that. You know what I mean? I do that too with a lot, because I forget about a lot of my things. But to Jeffrey's earlier point, you can keep this out all winter. There's no reason you can't have this out through March, depending on where you live. I have 300 or so remaining with folks online if you want to get it. And remember, it comes with the Scottish shortbread cookies, so it's such a nice, it's 2 gifts. So you can keep one, give one. Listen, if you want to give the jar away and keep the cookies, or vice versa, that's none of my business, but they're delicious, and I'm afraid we're going to create an addiction for you once you try these, but that's okay. It's not as bad as some of the other ones out there. It's very delicious. Trust us. I'm fighting not finishing this cookie, you know, because I'm telling myself I won't eat one right away. I'm going to save it.
They are so good. So good.
$13.32, so take advantage of FlexPay. Hey, really quickly, because Jeffrey's got his popcorn tins coming.